What's going on, guys? Yes. It's time. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Thursdays with Pedals. Anyways, thank you guys for being here for another Thursday. I never miss them. You know, I thought this week I might miss it. Came through, you know. Had some Doghouse. We had some Impossible Burger and a shake, and you know, pulled it together. So ready to do it. Anyways, what's going on, Trader to the Living? I appreciate Catherine stopping through. She has provided a huge amount of engagement and made the community that much better. So I have to give her a shout out. I appreciate her just sending good vibes this way. What's up, Enigmatic Onion? And what's up, Eleni Eliades? I could be wrong. Walrus Audio, Mako R1, and D2 just came in. Please, no more. So you just got the Microcosm Traded to the Living? You just got it? Nice. Stinky Weasel, what's up? So anyways, oh yeah. Does anyone want to give a guess which pedal this is right now? I'll try to turn it up if I can. I'm not going to show the pedals. Which pedal is this? What's up, Road? Man, you're coming in many weeks in a row. I feel special. Something going on in the world? What's up, Howbound Hillbilly? Well, okay, so first on, O2 was close. Neuros and Road are correct. This is the Nightsky. With the shimmer effect, of course. Obviously, you win nothing. It's hard to control my filter over here. But you can have a filter on the Nightsky. If you didn't know. So yes, you can have that. Oops. What's up, Sleepy Vions and Lawrence Kelly? So yeah, that's what we're doing. We're going over 3 of my favorite, well, I don't know if I'll call it. Here's why. I'll show you. So, why did I pick these 3 pedals? Well, I'll tell you. All 3 of these pedals do a lot of things the same and a lot of things differently. Obviously, you have 3 different brands represented here. Empress, Strymon, and Microcosm. But that's not important. The important thing is they all do something the same but different at the same time. I don't know if they do more things different than the same. I don't know. But I have numbers written down. Obviously, you can't see them. But I will assign one to each once, you know, we're there. So, I don't know if I'll just full disclosure it. Full disclosure, I have had all these pedals sent to me over the course of the last couple of, it's been a few years now. And as per usual, the deal is you don't get content in exchange for anything. But, yeah, so I can say that they suck, and I have not made a video on them yet, but I've used them a lot, and I've definitely used, can't say which one the most, probably the Nightsky, for different reasons. Anyways, so don't worry. Don't worry. Microcosmic. What I've heard, Road, what's up? So I've heard 2 people mention the Returnal soundtrack. Interesting. So Neuro says, I was torn between the Strymon, the Maris, or the WA Mako combos. That is nice. Yeah, okay. I've heard of the Maris pedals. Man, there's so many pedals out there now. It's crazy. I've actually never used them, but I will definitely, I think they wanted to do something, but that's not how I work. Maris was like, hey, well, I don't know if I want to, well, okay. Well, I don't know. Let's just say Maris reached out and said, hey, we'll give you a pedal if you do a post. And since I don't do gear in exchange for content, I had to say no. But regardless, they do have cool pedals, and I would definitely get a Maris if I had time or whatever. Nikki Berry says, I was literally looking at pedals, looking for the first to try my setup. I'm glad this popped up in my notification. Well, me too, Nikki. Me too. So I was planning on doing a different stream this week. I was planning on doing a stream where I was going to listen to people's music, but then Ben Jordan had to go and steal my idea. But, you know, that's okay. We'll do that maybe next week. You guys interested in that? You let me know. You guys can vote for it now. Vote for it. Tell me if next week you guys would enjoy me creating some sort of like ability for us to listen to your music next week. I don't want to do it to evaluate. I just want to listen to what people are making, just for my own personal enjoyment. It's the only real way that you can listen to music on a stream without getting copyright claimed. So you guys let me know, and if you're interested, next week I'll have some way. I'll have some way. Maybe navigate to SoundClouds. I think that's going to be probably the best way. So I'm saying this early on. Obviously, there's not a lot of people here, so I'll say it later. But yeah, if you're interested, and you know, guess you could call it, you know, just a way for people to hear your stuff. I'd like to hear it. I'll also, I will also share. This is going to be very personal. I will also share my actual very first songs of all time. Like, I will share songs that I made like decade ago, right? When I was like a teenager. I will share songs from when I was a teenager. What's up, Mr. Pirate Brain? You'll hear my very first songs. I'll be like, unfortunately, I'll be rapping on these songs. So, yeah, that'll be the, yeah, that'll be the thing. Yeah, so I'll figure something out. Anyways, oh dang, I forgot to make the topics, so we don't have any topics, but I do have a lot of things to cover. So, no, not really a lot of things. Enough things to cover. So, all right, cool, Doug Love. You said you're interested, so I'm counting on you to come next week and be a big supporter of the music. You can hear my first horrible attempts from over a decade ago, trying to be a big time rap star, which obviously has worked out, as you guys can see. Huge rap star. So anyways, we don't have any, let's see. So first up, I just wanted to drop this out there, since I saw this and then I was like, oh no, I'm going to be, what is it called? I'm going to be suckered in by this. So let me obviously I love how I can't do this, but I did want to shout this out just because my friends over at Perfect Circuit, who for better or worse have never paid me, probably for better because it's cool because they let me borrow gear. So I don't know if anybody's a video editor in the world, and you need a job. It looks like Perfect Circuit is hiring a video editor. So if you guys are, you know, I'm sure that the whole last year shutdown has had a lot of people in and out of work maybe. So I don't know if they're still looking, but they definitely seem to be ramping up their like media team. So if you guys are into that, I think that'd be cool. Yeah. So yeah. Also, they're having a sale, it looks like. I looked over at their sale stuff, and it's pretty decent stuff that I kind of... Some stuff I just bought, which sucks. So I was like on their page, and I was going to their recording gear just because. And so if you guys remember how I like bought this just the other week, where is this? So I think it was like 2 weeks ago. I bought the I bought the Golden Age Comp 3A Junior. Well, I'm glad it went on sale immediately after I bought it. So wonderful. So happy that I spent what discount is this? Like 20% or something? No, that's like more. Whatever. Yeah. So I'm glad that I spent my hard-earned money on something that went on sale 2 weeks later. Great job. Fantastic job. But yeah, once again, I just wanted to say, if anybody is a big time, like, you know, video editor looking for work, why not try out Perfect Circuit? They have a job if you want the job. And then when you get the job, I bet they give you a discount so that you can get gear even cheaper. So just saying, you know, for anybody who doesn't have a job, here's a job. I'm throwing it out there. So yeah, let's get into the pedals, shall we? Unless you guys want to keep talking about nothing. So I kind of wanted to lay out, do you say Jerkin era? Microcosm, Zoia, Nightsky. Dry sound. There we go. Dry sound. I think the coolest part about the pedals is just in general how you can sort of do different things with each. Obviously, the hologram has its own special ambient thing. You can just go full ambient. Say you turn off the mix. So yeah. This is just the pedal. Doesn't really even sound like what was coming out of it at this point. But it kind of does. Has a filter. Get super lush with it. So that's what the Microcosm, obviously it does a billion other things. It's super easy to go ambient with it, you know? You can also go with, obviously, the Zoia. So it's got a whole different kind of a thing. You can do a lot of pretty powerful stuff with it. Let's see. Do you have a favorite setting so far? The interrupter section is crazy. I don't know if I have a favorite setting. This is called Evangelist Verb. And obviously the big thing with the Zoia is that you kind of select from tons. It's an entire pedal board within a pedal. So if you can see it, I'm selecting the audio input. So that's what this waveform you're seeing is audio input. You can change a ton of stuff. It's like you can change the delay time. Change the mix of the reverb. Pitch shifter. And change reverb times. So Traders Living says, I think the Zoia is capable of doing a lot of what the Microcosm can. It's all about the figuring out how to make a patch. Yep, a lot more work to get sounds, but more powerful. Agreed. And last, the Nightsky. What's up, Overlander? So you can have all reverb. I would say probably the Nightsky is... I don't always think of the Nightsky as like reverb. Think of a lot of it as shimmer and delay, if that makes sense. So yeah. What's up with the sequencer on it? Not much out there about it. Really? Well, when we talk about... Wait, are we talking about the Zoia or are we talking about the Nightsky? Because the Nightsky, all you have to do is hold the sequence button in the middle. And now you have like a sequencer, so you can, I guess, make a sequence. No one seems to use it. I mean, I used it before. I mean, it has its own bag of tricks. So you can really set the sequencer to do like stuff with the intervals. It's probably best if you do it in like smooth or scale. So it's kind of best. I'm going to turn the sequence off real quick. So right now I'm just holding one note. Well, I'll just show you. So there's just one note being held. You can add more steps. Can it make polyrhythms? I don't know. So yeah, I mean, you could do a lot of. So here's where we come to choosing. We've run through the pedals, talked about the pedals, touched the pedals. So I will say, I definitely have one that I use more than the others. I guess we could. Get a sound going. But I guess I just wanted to put them into categories, right? So first and foremost, I would say the pedal with the largest set of features is, of course, the Zoia. It has the largest set of features because it's basically a multi-effects pedal inside one pedal with also a full-on sequencer and also a full-on synthesizer, because you can play notes as well as sequence. You can also loop with the Zoia. So realistically, it's all in one. It does, in my opinion, dang near everything you would do. What's up, Chris Hayes? Make that money. I'm glad you can stop in, but I'll just say, what up, dude? All right, Hellbound Hillbilly. Bounce, bounce, bounce. What's up, RGC Music? So, the Zoia obviously can do all kinds of stuff. It's honestly so many things in one that sometimes it's a little bit cumbersome. Okay, gotta admit it. It's fantastic. But I've said this about other things. Sometimes when you have too many choices, it's almost paralyzing. So I'm not going to say that it's paralyzing. I'm just going to say it probably would take, I would say it'd take like a half a dozen you doing like the creating a patch to really. And also, you kind of have to go on the online. I would say watch Loopop's video. That's where I learned how to use a Zoia. He does a really good job of showing how to make a patch from scratch. So you probably have to do it about a half dozen times before you actually like convert it to memory. Next up, I would say that the Nightsky is, so if Zoia is the most feature rich, if Zoia is the most feature rich, Nightsky is the most straightforward of all the pedals, right? So the Nightsky is Obviously a great reverb pedal, a great delay pedal. It obviously has the little sequencing thing built in, but like people have been saying, people don't really use it. Traded to Living says it's daunting to me at times, and you're talking about the Zoia. I agree. The Zoia is, and I'm being honest, sometimes what happens with the Zoia is you mess up a patch, and going back isn't that much fun. It's kind of like having to do it's just not that fun sometimes. There's times when it's not that fun to go back and do it. Whereas the Nightsky, I mean, there is no undo. The Zoia is like a computer. The Nightsky is just a straightforward pedal, very, very quick to get your sounds. I'm obviously using the Nightsky right now, so I'll just show you, right? So on the Nightsky, you have your, like on this, all the settings are inside. In the Zoia, all your settings are inside menus. Each one of these is like a different pedal, and you have to go deep down, you have to scroll wheels, and it's a lot of stuff. Now, Sharma Nightsky is the most straightforward because everything is labeled as, say, a technician would grab it, if this makes sense. So like, say you want to do the high cut. High cut, boom, you're there, right? Say you want to do low cut. It's there. It's labeled. Okay, say you want the shimmer to be down an octave. Shimmer down an octave. It's telling you the intervals. It's giving you all of the dials, as well as, of course, you can wet and dry is right here on the front panel. Good thing about Nightsky as well, full MIDI, 5-pin DIN on the back. Huge plus, right? You also have different settings for guitar, instrument, and line inputs. Mine's obviously set to line. But you just have everything. You want your reverb to be shorter and stuff? You can turn your decay and stuff down. You want to do some pitch stuff, some weird pitch stuff? Boom. Do weird pitch stuff. Lucas Arts. Zoia Sierra Designs Adventure Game. We want Lucas Arts. So that's why I say it's straightforward, super straightforward. Best pedal for someone who wants a lot but wants it to be straightforward. And lastly, the Microcosm. Now, the Microcosm to me is it doesn't really tell you what it's doing. Whereas the Zoia, you go into the menus, you pick a thing, look. Plate reverb, I see it right there. I can change things on the plate reverb if I want I'm changing things. I can read it. Nightsky, all the stuff's on the front panel. Microcosm, things are I'm not gonna say it's the make noise of pedals, because it's not. But things aren't as straightforward, right? And I really haven't really talked about sound at this point either. Has lots of different modes. I like the mosaic. I really like the mosaic a lot. What's up, Luke Lendrum? I haven't met a ton. What's up, Tom Martinson? Said, my microcosm is ordered. I cannot wait to mess with it. Microcosm, we can go over in a second on the web. So the microcosm is just it just hits you out of the box. You might not know exactly what you're doing, but you'll get something fun and cool. You guys can let me know. I do have my guitar here if you want me to possibly play guitar. For those of you who want to hear that, I will play guitar for a moment. It also has, which is awesome, full 5-pin DIN MIDI inputs. I always like to see full on 5. Basically has the same setup as the Micro or the Nightsky. The only thing that I like that's better. So if you guys can see, okay, I will play the guitar. Now, so on the Nightsky, you have 2 inputs and 2 outputs for everything. 2 inputs, 2 outputs. That's fine, right? That's great. But I actually prefer, oh thick, I prefer that the microcosm actually has 1 input that can take stereo sources. I think that that is more, I think that that's better for people who might be on the go, or they want to use this with, you know, just a consumer thing, you know, they want to make some cool soundscapes with consumer stuff. I like that. Guitar, line, or stereo input all through 1 jack on the microcosm. So that's cool. That's what I think is cool about it. Yeah. I'll drop some guitar. Let me will I be in tune? I don't know. We shall find out, right? We shall find out. We shall find out. I'm only doing this to plug the guitar in. So let's find out. Let's see where we're at. Okay. Cool. Give me a second because okay, hold on. Okay. Okay. Wait, someone said they want to see the chords. Okay. I don't know if I can move this so you can maybe see it a little bit better. These are just minor seventh chords. So this is the Zoia. Oh, there we go. Trying to find the mix. Delays from the Zoia. Okay. So that's just the Zoia. That Zoia patch was Vangelis verb. That's the and hologram. I feel like I need to even turn it up more. This is very low. Okay. Let's see. It really wants like a louder input signal. Okay, I can do this. I have to put it through a different pedal first. That's the problem. So I'm putting it through my Moog boost pedal to get it to a better volume. That better? All right, good. figure out, like... I'm also a terrible guitar player, if you didn't notice. That's right. All you ever need is minor 7, ever. So now I got to give it ratings because I've played, heard the pedals. Got to give it ratings. That's how it works. So, of all of the pedals, I have, let's pull it down. We have 1 to 2 of the 3. Ready? So, can you guys guess which is number 1? How about, no, let's guess 3. Which is the third, which would I rank as my third pedal that I would use? Which is number 3? Hmm? 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 Number 3. Which is number 3? which is number 3. Well, Traded to the Living wins. 3 is the Empress Zoia. And I know I probably use the Empress Zoia more on these streams than anything else. But it's 3. Number 2, surprising, maybe. The Strymon Nightsky, number 2. Traded to the Living. And number 1 is the Microcosm. And you're probably wondering, you know, said a lot of stuff. He said a lot of stuff. Why would he pick the Microcosm as number 1? The Empress Zoia does the most. The Nightsky is the most straightforward. But man, there's something about the Microcosm, man. Something about the Microcosm. So it'll probably make sense for anyone who's watched my videos for any amount of time. It's really just, honestly, they all do almost the same thing. They all have sequencers of a sort. The Nightsky doesn't have a looper. But just, you know, the Microcosm feels the best. And it's also just a blast to just plug in and see what you get. Like, so for me, if I'm going to use a pedal, it's not really about being super like, if I'm going to use delay and it needs to be a synced delay, I will never use an out-of-the-box delay. Never, ever, right? Anything more than a special effect, and it's not really going to be a pedal unless I'm using my pedal board, which I know exactly what it's going to do, and it's very specific for that reason. Any of these, what I like to call like special effects, multi-effects pedals, it's just which one gives me the coolest thing the fastest with the least amount of fuss. And the Microcosm always does that. It just does something cool. The Zoia has too many options. I absolutely love the Zoia because of all the options. But if we're talking, so if I'm doing a video and I'm like, hey, I want to show off like how effects sound on a synth, I'll use the Zoia because you can get exactly what you want. Exactly. The Nightsky, kind of the same thing. But yeah. So there you go. There you go. So you guys are saying you thought the Nightsky would be the most usable. I mean, the Nightsky is the Nightsky. In a sense, the Nightsky is the most usable because it's the most straightforward and it also has all the stuff that you want. But it's not. I wouldn't rank it as my number 1 that I enjoy. What's up, Catherine? So let's see. Gautier says, really micro, not my fave, but different strokes for different folks. Very true. Traded to Living says, I spent 6 hours with the Microcosm so far. It's my favorite pedal ever. Wow. What's up, Lost Jeff Ukulele? So Gautier says you need to get some Eventide pedals. Eventide. Yeah, I don't have any Eventide pedals. They clearly don't like me. No, I'm kidding. I would say Eventide has partnered with like a lot of musicians in the YouTube space, which is nice. I appreciate them for doing that. But I don't know. I guess Eventide just came out with something. I remember like Ricky Tinez had like a video on them. I think, I don't know who else, but shout out to Eventide for supporting the community or whatever, you know. But they've never reached out to me, or if they have, it went to junk and I deleted it. So regardless, Black Hole, that's the one. Oh yeah, Traded to Living. Yeah, guys. I'm not gonna say smash the like button, but you know, just Traded to Living said it. Catherine says, yeah, you're right. Microcosm was number 1, Catherine. You have won. Oh, this is 2. This is 2. This is 1. Numero uno. It's funny because I could have made like a video about this. I thought about it because I was like, people love rankings and things. But, you know, I just was like a live stream. I have like videos already done. Traded to Living, yo, thank you, coming through with the $9.99 super chat. Microcosm for the win. Yeah, Microcosm is just it's just a blast, you know. This is kind of funny. I have some sort of negative things to say about the Zoia, but they're so personal preference. Here's why, okay? I don't like presets that have funky names when you don't include. So obviously my Zoia is old and I've like never updated it. So maybe they have new ones, but I'm just saying when I got it like 2 years ago, man, it's been like 2 years or something. When I got mine like 2 years ago, out of the box, the presets all are named kind of like very vague, funny kind of things. And I hate that. Like when I'm, like at least you could say like, give it a category and a name, right? So that I know where it kind of lies. That was my issue with the Zoia. I just don't like vague, funny patch names. I don't like preset names that are like that. It's annoying. Black Hole is the holy grail. Isn't Zoia the objective right answer because it's everything? Chris Hayes says. You are correct. Shout out again to Trader for the Living coming through with the super chat. I appreciate it, man. I've been slow on the channel lately, so I appreciate it, man. Just trying to get out of my own head, get out of my own way. I have a very subjectively opinionated JDXA video coming on Tuesday, so I'm very in my head. So appreciate it. Do you like the Chase Bliss? I've only heard the Chase Bliss in other people's videos, so if I were to say I like it, I don't have any experience with it, so I'm sort of, you know, out of it. I have the Black Hole. It's nice, but not my favorite. Okay. Catherine says, I think my number 1 currently is the Life Pedal from Sun O, which is kind of indicative of what I'm about. The Microcosm is next on my shopping list. The Life Pedal from Sun O. Interesting. Okay. I gotta check that out. Gartier asks, is he asking, do I have any rack FX? I don't have any rack effects. I don't have any time-based rack effects. I only have compressors as outboard effects. I've thought about, I mean, I guess I could. Technically, I'm really out of space, but I guess I could. Really, I gotta look at this pedal. The Life Pedal from Sun O. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I gotta see that one. So yeah, I've honestly been talking a bunch. Let's jump into some news, shall we? Shall we jump into the news? I've already said it before, but I'm going to say it again just in case there's people here who do not have a job and are looking for a job. Why not be a video editor for Perfect Circuit? You'll get to see me every time I stop in to borrow a piece of gear. So if you really want to hang out with me once every 2 months or something when I borrow a piece of gear, become the video editor at Perfect Circuit. And you can hang out with me when I go into Burbank like 6 times a year, and also get paid by them. So yeah, just wanna throw that out again. Also, next week is going to be Listen to Your Music show, and also listen to my super old music from like years and years and years ago. That's going to be the other show. So if you want to listen to my first songs from like a decade ago, when I was awful at music, we're going to listen to my very first tracks. It's awful. But also, we're going to have a link, or we're going to have something where I can pull in your guys' music and listen to it, and that's what we're going to do next week. So look forward to that. Yeah. So, of course, Arturia has to re-release something that I don't know who wanted this, but someone out there must have wanted this, right, guys? Right? It's not just, right? Someone wanted this, right? Someone. So yeah, they got the black version of the Matrix Brute, and I don't know how much it was initially. Shout out to Robin Vincent. He writes for, who's this for? This is Gear News. Okay, Robin Vincent writes for a bunch of sounds. I guess you guys probably know Robin from YouTube, but yeah. See, Gocher, I don't really I don't know how I still have them, but somehow I've kept them. So y'all, next week, y'all about to hear some of the worst trash music y'all ever heard in your entire lives. I'm gonna let you guys listen to the very first piece of music I ever did, and I'm gonna explain what this is from, but I'll just give a brief overview. This is me back then plugging a Target computer microphone into a computer and recording. That's what you're about to hear next week. So look forward to, a kid who is awful at music. But yeah, I don't know. Matrix Brute re-release in black. Catherine likes it. Is it? I keep thinking, isn't it just like a? Yeah, it's a 3 oscillator. So I guess you could put it. It's akin to the. I guess you could say it's akin to the Voyager, just because of a 3 oscillator design. I never really got into it because to me, it's essentially a mono synth for $2,000, and there's no way on planet Earth you could get me to buy a monosynth for $2,000. And I don't even think when it came out, I think when it came out, it was like $2,500 or something. I don't remember it being 19. 19 seems a bit much, like a bit low. I don't know. I think they have a black key step. It's jerk music, is it? It's worse. It's worse. Y'all don't realize. Please understand. I am the son of a professional concert pianist who played flute growing up And, you know, I didn't realize at some point, because when I was in college, people talked to me about this. Like, I just make music in college, and a lot of the instrumentalists, like, I didn't realize there's a difference between musicians and composers and like producers. Like, there were musician friends of mine in college who were like dope music, like dope players. But it was so weird. It's like you ask them to like, hey, yo, like, let's like make a song, like make a little track real quick. And they'd be like, oh man, I don't know. How do you do that? How do you make tracks like that? Like, I don't know how. And I'm sitting there thinking, you're like an amazing performer player and you can't like make a track. Like, so there's a big difference. Me back then, I was just awful at everything. Lastly, Reason 12 is coming. I talked about this last week. Man, I don't know. Do I even want to go into this? Should we read the comments? Let's just read the comments instead. That's better. Let's just read the comments. Because the comments sometimes are like, you know, what up? Whoa, what the heck? He's still on Windows 7. Wow. Interesting. Well, and yet still no new mixer routing options, instruments, or video capability. Wasted opportunity. That's a good point. And I used to love Reason. So this person says they've been with Reason since version 1. Thank you for finally addressing the actual biggest pain since day 1. What's the biggest pain of Reason? If there's any Reason people in here, what is the biggest pain of Reason? I just want to know, because I don't know if I would say my biggest pain with Reason, but I still don't feel like Reason is... I'm not saying you need to have video capabilities in Reason. I just feel like if you're going to make Reason like any other dang DAW, you should put video in there, because maybe it's not really built for like scoring, but I'm just saying people sometimes want to make beats and have a video with it, or make, you know, this is what I do when I make a video for the channel. I always make the music in the video with the piece. So it's really cool to have. So what I'll do a lot of times is I'll edit the video, I'll make the video and edit the video, and then I'll like sit there with, say, like the JDXA or whatever, and I'll just watch the video and I'll like play to the video. You know, I know where the breaks are coming, I know where the cuts are coming, so I can really score to my own video. And that's how I've always sort of made my videos. I always just use the synth in that way. What's up, Mr. Basic? Yeah, I would say that. It's $90 to upgrade from any version. Well, I think it's not. I think someone in here has a discount code. I think it's still like $129 or something. Well, this person says upgrade from 11 for $90 was cheap. So maybe this is $90 for them. Aesthetically, people are saying aesthetics. The biggest pain is the size of the UI. Okay. So people are saying they don't like the UI. They said that they're focusing on improving the rack experience in high resolution. Yeah, I mean, I guess they're probably going to try to go up to like at least like 4K with all their stuff. I don't really know if they needed a new sampler, but we talked about all this stuff. I don't like Reason anymore. They have upset me enough. Catherine says, yeah, I need some recommendations because Reason's the only thing I know. Well, you know, it's not that Reason is like bad. It's just like I don't know what I just don't know what happened to the soul of saying, hey, we're Reason. If you're a type of person who likes to make music differently, you'll love Reason. Like that was always a selling point to me. I know that may sound strange, but like to me, the selling point of Reason was always that it was allowing itself to just say, screw everybody, we don't care. We're doing what we do. We don't have plugins, we don't have VSTs, we don't have anything. You use the tools that are in Reason, and you can use the rack extensions. I like the bus mixer actually in Reason. I did really like that. But at the end of the day, the bus couldn't save the performance for me at some point. It was just so weirdly bad. I don't know what happened. Pedals and Sin says, I'm tired of giving them money. Oh, sweet. What's up, RGC Music? I was like, oh, it's interesting. The nostalgia holdover from Rebirth. Rebirth was cool. Interesting machine. Gautier says, if I'm going to use a standalone loop music base, music, my favorite is NI Machine. Interesting. Logic. I would say if I was going to start music all over again and pick a DAW, I know I say Cubase, but I've been with Cubase. But if I was going to switch over to a DAW, but that's hard because I have a PC now. I used to have Mac. I guess I could stay with Mac. Man, I don't know. I still might choose Cubase. I might still choose Cubase. But it would be a close toss-up between Logic and Cubase, I'll be honest. Because with Logic, I feel very creative. So I'll just say, Catherine, if you're like thinking about switching to something, Logic, if you have a Mac. Mark Lacey says, don't remember anybody talking this much about Reason since Ad Rock video that was posted 10 years ago about how he used Reason. Well, oh, I hope Reason survives. I just, as someone who is a Reason, huge Reason, like, okay, here we go. Story time. Quick story, but story time. When I first started making music, this has nothing to do with it. I was using, I really didn't gain any sort of like traction wider spread than like Los Angeles and like people knowing me from producing like a few groups here and there. People didn't really know me until I started a YouTube channel, right? And I remember I was kind of small, like in the beginning, and I remember I reached out to Reason, Propeller Heads. I reached out to Propeller Heads and said, hey guys, like I've been using your stuff for years. Like I produced like Little Red Radio, songs were on like Jersey Shore. I produced for Orangeburg Massacre, who was signed to Pluto Records. Like I produced a bunch of stuff. I personally have used your software for years. I would love to like be able to like endorse that I've used your stuff like privately and professionally for years. So I was like, hey, I make a video. I really just want to be involved with Propeller Heads. I really like it. And they were like, you know, thanks, but no thanks. And I was like, you know, that's cool. I'm nobody. That's fine. So I don't hate Propeller Heads for that. It's just, that's the kind of like I loved Reason for a very long time. I loved Reason. And now it just feels so soulless because it's just they're just doing what everyone else does. Anyways, I'll wait for Reason 16. Anyways, Oh, dang it, Catherine. You're on a PC too? Okay. Cubase it is for us. So lastly, I think I know which synth I want if I can find one. Not for this price though. But this is the last thing I want to talk about, because I know I said I wanted the Quantum, but I'm not going to get a Quantum unless Waldorf gives me a Quantum, which ain't happening. So no more pedal talk. So instead of the 002, which is what I really want, I realized that there's no room. There's absolutely no room for a 002 here. I don't know what I was even thinking, but there is space over here for the 001, because the 001's pretty small. So I'm thinking we're gonna go. If a 001 comes up for sale, this person's pissing me off. They're in the Netherlands anyway, but they're trying to get $2,500 plus $255 shipping. It's like, it's making me throw up in my mouth having to see this. Like, here's the normal prices between 17. The average seems to be around 15,500. Like, some idiot tried to sell it. Like, this is the right price, okay? Not this dumb price, $2,500. So I think if one of these 001s comes up on sale again for under $1,700, I will buy one of those because I really want it. Because I don't have this. Save money and buy a bunch of bear. No. No. Gotcha, you're killing me. I know there better be a joke. You need to put in this chat that is a joke right now. You take this back. You take back what you just said. Take back what you said, Gotcha, right now. Guys, Gautier said, save your money and buy a bunch of Behringer stuff for the same price. Do I have to ban him for saying that? For saying such blasphemy in here? I love my Behringer mixer very much. I'm gonna have to ban you for saying that. I'm so upset. Let's see. Connector says, when are we going to get that full JDXA review? On Tuesday. And I don't think you want that JDXA review, but Tuesday. Joshua Helmenke says, mine Bitcoin. You know what, guys? Here's a good thing. Here's a good thing. For however you guys feel about investments, I'm one of those people who invested in the recent AMC stock, and things are going well. Let's just say we have thousands of % of returns. Things are going very well in my life financially because of that. So yeah, go AMC. 8 wasps and 4 cats. Mr. Basic. Hey, here's all I know. Behringer reached out and wanted to send me things if I wanted them, and I said no. But that's only because I don't need anything that they have. If Behringer had a modal 002, I would be like, yeah, send me a freaking free 002. Like, that's what I want. You know? But Behringer they have what? The wasp, the cat, the neutron, the monopoly, they have a billion things that I think are good, but I don't know. Is the Behringer monopoly better than my Prophet 6? To me, no. And then I have to learn how to use a monopoly, and then it's like, I don't know. Why? Ooh, Catherine said I bought a ton of crypto in 2016. That money is what I'm using to buy gear. Ugh, I'm jealous. Renee says AMC like the channel and theaters. I think like the theaters. I don't know if I guess maybe AMC is both the channel and the theaters. I don't know, but yeah, I don't even know how much percent I'm up on my initial AMC investment, but like today it went crazy. I put a good amount of money on AMC, so we'll see. That's why I'm thinking if it goes over like 10 grand, if my what do you call profits go over 10 grand, I'll make a legit purchase, which would be like the modal, you know. So I mean, even if Tommy Zola says you like Eventide reverb, I just don't know. Definitely probably a question for Ricky Tinez. He definitely has a lot more experience. MIDI volts. I don't know what MIDI volts is. A Moog 1 Buchla purchase. Look, if it goes over, if my profits go over 10 grand, which doesn't seem that far off, could do that in like we'll see, maybe another week or so. It might go over 10 grand. If my profits go over 10 grand, I already promised to buy one person one thing, but I think I could just splurge and buy like, you know. Lost Jeff Ukulele says, what modal synth? I'm just thinking probably the 001. I feel like the Quantum is a smarter choice, but the Quantum to me is, I guess I'll decide when I get there, because if I don't make over 10 grand, I'm not gonna buy a freaking $2,500 synth regardless. So, you know, Moog 1 is in my holy grail. Never will pay that much for an instrument though. Nah. Whoa, I have no problem with Behringer cloning circuits, but the part where they're trying to trademark the Oberheim name as an attack on Peter Kern was horrible. Yeah, I mean, shoot. Anytime, this is weird. Obviously, my Behringer mixer has never broken, and it's been awesome for years. I love that little mixer, little Xenix mixer. So I don't hate Behringer at all. The guy who reached out is really cool. I don't know. Forgot his name, but cool guy. Was very nice. And yeah, he was just, you know, he just said, if you want us to send you anything, we'll send it to you. And I didn't say no because I don't like Behringer stuff. I said no because I just don't need anything. I don't like companies sending me stuff that I don't need. Like, I know that sounds bizarre. Like, I think Moto was like, hey, would you like to do like a video about something? And I'm like, well, you don't really have anything right now I really want to have. Like, I don't need it. You know, I don't have a big studio like Bo Beats. If I had a big studio like Bo Beats, I would take all these companies' stuff all the time. I would take it all, but I don't have much space, so I can't just take the stuff, man. That's all. Here's the thing. People always tell me, they're like, oh, you could give it away, but like, I bet you that's not going to go over well. If a company's like, hey, do you want us to send you stuff? And then all I do is just take it and give it away. Like, they'd want some video, and that's just, I don't want to do that, man. I just don't want to do it. If Waldorf gave me a Quantum, I'll make a freaking video for Waldorf. It's $4,500 and I want that thing, but I'm not going to do some video for some like you know, bearing a cat. I don't want to. Bad News Hootie says, what is it like to be handsome and good at music? Well, I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe when, I don't know. I don't know. Let's just say, there are almost never women who were impressed by my Eurorack modular setup. So it's kind of this, you know, here's a funny thing. I'll let you guys in on a funny thing with me. This is personal, but it's not 11 yet, so why not? I keep forgetting this is on. This is very nice soundscape in the background. Not always, but often when I would be dating the world or back in the day or whenever, women would meet me as not Noir, but me as a real life person. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I'm black. So often they'd be like, okay, he's at this bar, and I don't know, I'm pretty tall, you know, like I'm over 6 feet tall, so I guess I'm tall. And I think I got caught in the stereotype where like they'd be like, oh, he's gonna be like this type of guy because like he's black, right? I don't know, this is weird. And then like, you know, it's cool, and then they find out like I'm a super dork, and it's like it don't go well. So I don't know how good looking and being a dork really fits together unless you meet people who are into that. And like stereotypically, I haven't been in there. So that's a problem. Guys, I don't know if you knew this, but yeah, I'm black. So that's a problem. You should unsubscribe right now, guys. MIDI Volts turned your grandmother into 4 voices of polyphony. I mean, if I ever used my grandmother, I guess I would love it. Oh my God. All right, Tom Martin. You crazy. You crazy. It doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. He needs to ask Bo about that handsome and good at mute. Wow. Okay, Mark Lacey. All right. You crazy. Yeah, so I don't know. I've been kind of wanting to make a funny video about like how to date when you have a Eurorack modular synth. Like I don't know. I wanted to do it as the April Fool's video, but I was just so, I don't know. At that time, it was just like kind of burnt. I just didn't want to make a funny video. I thought of at least 3 funny videos for April Fools that you can only do on April Fools. But I already thought, come on, I did the Reading Rainbow intro. Wasn't that enough? I thought that was enough. Mark Lacey says, you don't look so tall seated. I don't, because I have long legs. I have very long, beautiful legs. But yes, I am like, I'm definitely taller than average, I guess you could say. You know, what's the average height? Like 5'8" or something? Average height is like 5'8" of guys, right? And I'm like 6'1" ish. So. Bad News Hootie says, are there any VSTs you swear by? Absolutely. Number one is I love the did I just forget the freaking name of it? Oh my goodness. Wait, what did I say? What was the thing? Y'all talking too much stuff about looking good and being tall. I can't even remember what I'm thinking. Pad Shop from Cubase, Pad Shop from Steinberg. That is my go-to. I love Pad Shop, man. See, Mr. Prior Brain, you know how it is. Being over 6 feet tall works for normal people, but us people who into synths, it don't work anymore. It's like that would be funny. I said this on Twitter actually. I was like, yo, I've never, and maybe I'm just I don't know, self-fulfilling prophecy or whatever. I've never dated a musician in my entire life, ever. I've liked girls who were musicians. Like I've had crushes, like in college, I crushed on girls who were musicians, but like ever since like, you know, real life, nah. Joshua Helmenke says 5'10" over here. Who is the data to your Geordie? Rocco Harris says budget is pedals. Depends on what you need, but reverb and delay are essential. If you can find used GFI Specular Tempest for under $350, get it. Okay. Traded Livy says Simon. I would say Simon is like, here's the thing. If Simon and I lived on the same continent, we would probably collaborate all the time because he and I have such like similar personalities, and while it probably on the surface doesn't seem that way, we get along very, 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 very well. I thank Simon for a lot of the stuff he did from you know, I don't know, for the channel. Catherine says, I'm married to the only other female musician I know. It's so weird being yeah. Not saying I'd want to date a musician per se. I'm just saying it's never happened. It's the weirdest coincidence ever. Like people will probably think that, but it's just like, you know, I just don't. I don't know. It's weird. But anyone who does find someone who is creatively inclined and supports them as a creative musician, and you can be each other's like, what do you call it? You know, like a fun and wonderful support system where it's also romantic. That's cool. You know, love is hard regardless. So when you find somebody who's like really, really, really vibing with you and stuff, you know, that's tight. So I appreciate it. Musicians are flaky. I mean, hey, I'm not going to be mad, yo. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I fail. Bad News Hootie says, I'm asking a lot of questions, but do you prefer modular to specific synths, or does it depend on the day? Bad News Hootie, I definitely do not prefer modular to regular synths. I definitely do not. Not because I don't think that, I guess, how do you say it? Like, modular is... When I'm making music, I just want to move really fast, and I want to get harmony and melody down very quickly. With modular, it's not as easy for me personally to get harmony and melody like down quick. So that's why I just like, I don't know, I just like keys. I like keys a lot. Who is Mary Spender? I feel like I don't know who Mary Spender is. Should we look up Mary Spender? Is this going to be like a thing I shouldn't do? Oh, Mary Spender looked pretty cool. She plays guitar. She's probably way better than me ever will. I ever will be. Well, you know, hey. I'm not going to keep looking at Mary Spender online. It's kind of weird. I don't even know who this is. If I find a female vocalist, I would marry her, especially if she plays the piano too, Mr. Pirebrain says. Tight. But see, okay, here... I'm only going to talk about this for 7 more minutes. I always imagine a musician being like my mom, me dating a musician, because my mom is always challenging my musicianship, constantly challenging my musicianship. So I don't know, a musician partner might be like, I don't know, I feel like maybe they'd be like, you need to do more Hanon. Like your scales, they're not strong. Shout out to Pedals and Synths, formerly RGC Music. This is to ask someone out for coffee. Hey, thank you for the $5. You know, it's funny. $5 is exactly how much I would like to spend on a first date. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm cheap. Because I'm cheap AF. No one said bad snacks. Oh, don't even. We're not even gonna go there. I'm not gonna talk about that at all. Don't. And nope. I like bad snacks. She's cool. She's my friend. And yeah. That's all I'm gonna say. I met her at NAMM and I didn't know it was her. But she just did a show at Red Rocks, and that's awesome. So I'm going to shout out to her for doing an awesome show in Colorado. If she stays out there a while, I might see her again, which would be cool. Question from Aaron says, what piece of equipment doesn't yet exist that should exist that would help your workflow? Interesting. Staying in the realm of what's generally doable with current technology. Man, okay. What piece of equipment that doesn't yet exist that should? Okay. I have a good answer for this. And they probably have this, but I want the thing to exist externally. Okay, just like, so basically I would want a little recorder that you could like set in time. I get that you can do this with MIDI. I know you can do like a chord track or whatever, but a lot of times when I'm playing, I'm just kind of going through ideas on the piano. I want something that's just going to record, like, it's going to give me like a chord sign of like, it could just be a hash or something of what I'm playing, so that, say I play something cool, I don't really know the theory behind what I'm doing in that moment, it'll just record that. It'll be like, oh, you played like, I don't know, you played like an F over G, but then you played like, I'm not looking at my keys, but like, I don't know, and then you played like a D something, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? That's what would be cool. Just like it's grabbing all the like theory. That'd be cool. I think that'd be cool. Also, don't be cheap. Look, my ex-girlfriend, She was right. Trade to the Living. Trade to the Living knows an affordable granular hardware synth. Yeah. Oh. Planotech. 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 I don't know what that is. Plan. Planotech? Is that what it is? I need to be physical. Everything I want needs to be a physical box. That's why I write everything in there. It's much more effectively jazz. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it could be. Just give it like a key that you're going to be generally in, and then, you know, like a key, you know, and then whatever you play that, you know, might decide that it's an accidental or whatever is outside of that. Josh Richardson says, as in cheap YouTubers whom I love to watch, Mr. Llama SC. Let's see. I don't know who this is. Oh, okay. Gaming channel. Interesting. He's doing well. He's got a solid audience. Definitely, like, people are solid on him. I love to see, like I'm a small channel in general. Okay, I'm not a small channel, but I'm saying, like, relatively to millions. I'm very big in the synth niche, but very small in the grand scheme of things. But yeah, I like to see channels like this where you really have loyal fan bases, like, sticking around, like, you know, and you guys are huge supporters. I appreciate all you guys. Like, you guys have been rocking since I started the live streams, a lot of you guys, and before. So, you know, it means a lot to me. It meant a lot to me to see Catherine just stopping by. That meant a lot, you know. Like, I haven't missed a week in, it's been over a year now. So, yeah, thank you. You guys saw, starting from just trying to figure out how to do the live stream, and now I feel like it's a lot better. And I get pumped. So thank you guys. I really appreciate it, man. I really appreciate all of y'all. I do. I really do. Let's see. Sleep of Eons. Thanks. Mr. Basic. Thanks. I don't think that I'd be here without without a lot of you always just being, you know, I think the people who come really understand, you know, where I'm coming from in my semi-good like, if we're going to talk about being terrible at what YouTube should be, I'm terrible at that. But I feel like my honesty is really appreciated by you guys, even though I don't necessarily know if always I am comfortable. Like, the JDXA video is coming out Tuesday, okay? And it's not a review because I only had the JDXA for about a month, and I just don't feel like something like that could be fully reviewed in a month. So it's not a review. I will state all this in the video. But it's probably the most honest video I've ever made from a very subjective point of view. And let's just say, I mean, hopefully Roland doesn't see it. But I don't know. I mean, I really don't care if Roland sees it, like as if I've ever worked with them or they've ever contacted me ever. But I'm just saying, you know, there will be a lot of JDXA owners who really don't like the video that I'm making. And, but I really try to push the personal experience thing. And I think y'all understand that. So, yeah. The sledge is on the way. I just have to do the JDXA video first. That's the only thing. I've had the JDXA video like half done for so long, and I've just been feeling in a creative rut. And I'm just having to like, I was going to release it on Tuesday of this week, but it wasn't right. It wasn't right, and it wasn't going to come across right. So everything is filmed and everything's recorded. I just need to go in and really like nail down the editing so that it's not too harsh. If that makes sense. Since people are talking about random YouTubers, have you heard of Sweet Anita? I went down that rabbit hole once. Sweet Anita. Is that like Anita Sarkeesian? Is that... Dr. Mix is great. I love Dr. Mix. Let's see. Gautier says, I'm newer to your channel, but I looked through the videos and great synth content, but I'm surprised that you're not doing more VST synth reviews. I let go of all my hardware and in the box now. Well, I will just say the reason I don't do VST reviews is mainly because I don't use enough. So everything on the channel has to really be something I've used and really makes sense for me. That's the kind of problem, is like, if I were going to make a video about a VST, the only VST I could really make a video about would be Pad Shop Pro from Steinberg, because it's the only VST I use on a, like I know and I love that VST because it's granular. It's granular. I've tweeted at them, said make a hardware version of Pad Shop. That's all. Oh, what's up, Renee? First day here. Yeah, I think, you know, in the coming weeks, we're just gonna try to make some music in the streams as well. I just think it'd be fun. I'm trying to have some fun, you know. Jesse Chews. You'll have to watch the replay, but there's some rankings on these. Don't look. It'll spoil it. Also, I will say I don't do the VSTs because it's harder for me to get excited. I'm such a tactile person that I just... Like, I would say in the start of my channel, so much stuff was like cringe. I'm sort of less cringe over the last 2 years, so I'm trying to stay in that lane. Catherine said, considering us talking about the JDXA forever ago, I'm disappointed in advance, but glad I held off. It's I just, you know, please no VSTs. All I'm going to say is, that I believe that borrowing gear has proven to be the best way for me to be as brutally honest as I feel I need to be at times about products. So when the Uno synth was released all those years ago, you know, the small Uno from IK Multimedia, I was very critical of it. And because I was very critical, the designer contacted me and he talked about how he watched my video and how he changed things based on my review, right? And the only way I was able to make a video that critical of a piece was because I bought it and I felt comfortable that no one can say anything when you buy something. Companies have said a lot of things about how they want their things to be presented, and y'all don't know this, but I'm just saying. And I just feel like me borrowing the JDXA from a store, meaning there's no skin in the game for anybody, no money or anything, it's just loan it for a month, lets me be super brutally honest, and maybe in the future, like IK Multimedia made the Uno synth way better, maybe Roland will make something better, whoever I decide that I'm not making a favorable video about. But I don't know, when they give you something and they say they want to review it, you're really, you know, just saying. Just saying, you know, it's tough for them to be like, hey, here you go, have something for free, and now like tell everyone that it's not good. Like, just imagine that. Like, that's such a conflict of interest, you know? So I've just found that all of these years, borrowing gear has always been better, and just not accepting gear if they're saying make a video with the gear, it just works better. So we'll literally shop at Perfect Circuit for being the homie with that stuff though. Yo, Perfect Circuit's been real cool, man. Like, and to be honest, here's how it kind of works out. I'm sure that if, like, me living in Burbank helps so easily, because like I just drive up, I take the gear, I say I'm gonna bring it back in 30 days, and they're like, okay, see you then. I take it, I take good care of it, but I get to sit with it for a good amount of time, and then I take it back. They they are going to resell it as like used, because I've obviously had it. And you know, they can't sell it as new because I opened the box. So they sell it as used. So they take a little hit on the price there. And I don't get paid for it, but I get the gear and they get free advertising. So while it's not necessarily like financially like advantageous for me, it is, I believe it's principal advantageous for me personally, for how I've run the channel and how I prefer to be brutally honest and not feel worried about it ever. Because sometimes I feel like you could get worried if you're going to say something. Roland SH01A, yay or nay? Nay. I'll give this for free. Will you say, hey? Let's just say there's videos on the channel that have not come out about things because I just don't feel whatever, not saying it. Anyway, it's late. Let's get the heck out of here, guys. Time to go to bed. Time for me to watch a little Dr. Disrespect before a long weekend. So yo, everybody, thank you for showing up for another episode of the Thursday night synth live stream this week with pedals and a guitar. But yeah, I appreciate it. And it's a long weekend. I think it's Memorial Day on Monday for those people in America like myself. So if you're in the States and you're getting a long weekend, I wish you a very happy and safe long weekend. One of the first, I guess this is like really the first vacation day where the world's starting to open up a bit more. So hopefully you can get outside, be with your family or your friends, or whatever, man. Thank y'all for coming, Catherine, and thank you, Mr. Pirate Brain and Mr. Basic and Traded to the Living. Road came through. Thank you, Road. I really appreciate all you guys. Man, who else? Gotta thank. Oh yeah, RGC Music, who's now Pedals and Synths. Thank you. Yeah, if I'm forgetting anyone right now, it's because it's late and I'm forgetting. Mr. Basic's still up in here. Yo. Yeah. So yeah, thank you. Yeah, more Dr. Disrespect, guys. I gotta go watch it. All right, guys. Have a great weekend. I will see you next week. Music. If you're here, think about your music for next week, because we're gonna listen to it as a group. We're gonna get through as much as we can. So, Goatier, thank you. Sleep of Eons, thank you guys for coming through. So yeah, think of that next week. If you have music, drop it on SoundCloud that way, or drop it on SoundCloud, make it downloadable, and then hopefully we can get it in. If not, I'll figure out a way to get from SoundCloud, but I think SoundCloud is going to be the best way to centralize where I'm getting everybody's music. So we'll do that next week, and yeah, I guess we'll hang out next time. All right, guys, peace out.